My interest has always been piqued around gender issues in general. I've always found them really fascinating, what people are not able to do, what they are able to do, all of that stuff, how hard it is to be, and it's getting more and more difficult to have these conversations, I think. And you know, where if you say anything, people feel like, oh gosh, that could be taken the wrong way. Do you feel like that is true? Has it gotten harder to discuss this stuff?
Absolutely. And I do
Online or IRL, anywhere?
No, online. Everything when I say things are tough to talk about these issues or comments, right, it's always online. I do feel like in real life, people are wonderful.
Yeah.
Online, they can be wonderful too, but in real life, I'll tell you what, during the Black Lives Matter protests, I learned a very valuable lesson that year because I remember being online and like a lot of people were kind of being like, oh, online's a lot for me right now. There's a lot of hostility, a lot of people arguing, there's a lot of misinformation, you know, you mix COVID with the protests, all this stuff, and it was becoming a lot, so I just put my phone away, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to a protest in real life.
Wow.
And I went to a protest in real life, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. People that were all standing for a common cause.
Right.
Educating each other through conversation, being patient with each other, standing next to someone they otherwise would not see eye to eye on and standing for this common cause. And I remember thinking in that moment, social media is just not real life. It's truly not. All the discussions that happen on there are important and valid, but they're not conversations. They're just opinions and statements. Because a conversation is that I'm listening, I'm learning, I'm receiving, I'm giving. That's a conversation, right? The issue with online is that you're incentivized to take things out of context, you're incentivized to trend, and you're incentivized to have an opinion that's loud, even if it's misinformed.
The most outrageous one. It'll get bumped up to the top.
100%.
It'll get amplified. It'll get, and people are. That's why things have gone so. It's part of the reason why.
So I don't think the conversations. I don't want anyone listening to think, oh, social media doesn't play an important role in conversations. No, I've learned so much of social media. I think it's such a powerful tool. But for as long as people are incentivized to tear people down because it elevates themselves through numbers and through followers and all this stuff, it's never going to be a place where genuine conversation can happen.
True. So where does that happen?
Right here.
Right here.
On your podcast.
That's what's
right here in this room.
That's
on
what I
this
was hoping
podcast.
for.
You know, because if you correct me and teach me something, I can actually like hear it and understand, and it's not like you're attacking me. It's not like someone over there is inserting themselves in this conversation, saying something. You know what I mean? We're actually learning, and we can vibe. I've also had many instances where people I follow have said things online, and I'm not the one that will ever argue with someone online or like.
Yeah.
I'm like,
same.
you do your online. But if I see them in person again, and I might ask them about that, like, hey, so like I saw you post this, like, really interesting. Tell me about that. More often than not, that person goes, nah, man, that's just for the internet.
Oh no.
And I'm like, that's another issue. Here's an example. I've had many friends who have acted very frustrated about lockdown, or about the vaccines, or about any mandates, have complained about it all over social media. These are against my rights, I don't trust this, I don't do this. They never responded, each their own. Saw them in person the next time, at an event you had to be vaccinated to get into. And I was like, oh, so no man, I'm fully vaxxed. And it's like.
I know, it's like all of Fox News.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, so you have this outrageous persona with a lot of opinions online that's garnering you a lot of buzz, but like, you don't live this, that's the internet.
For the longest time, I've always wondered, is it worse to not know, or is it or to know and not do? Like if you don't know something, you're just ignorant, not willfully ignorant, but ignorant, or then it's like, no, but that illustrates why it's so much worse to know and not do.
Yes.
Because you know effing better.
Yes.
And you are monetizing whatever you're doing.
Correct.
That's so wrong.
Yeah. Hashtag Twitter.
Now, did it feel, and there's no one probably who can answer this better than you, or maybe someone could answer as well, but no one better. How does the fame of TV compare with the fame of internet?
It's nothing compared to YouTube.
Oh, it's nothing compared to YouTube?
Yeah, I would say fame-wise, in
Did
the
it feel
industry,
more legitimate though? You're like, oh, I'm on TV.
So here's the thing, I still grew up with TV and film and theaters and all that stuff. So I still, there's certain glitz and glamour still to movie stars and celebrities to me. I think the newer generation of kids, they don't see a difference between digital stars and traditional stars.
They don't.
You know, they don't. They're like Madonna, Lilly, Justin Bieber, all the same. Like to them, it could be all the same. And I know that's a big statement I just made, but I've literally gotten a tweet that's like, my favorite artists are Britney Spears, Lilly, and Madonna. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Because to them it's the same, right?
Was that your mom's tweet?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You're like, it wasn't my dad's. No, I'm kidding.
But the point I'm making is TV made me feel more legit because I grew up with it.
Yeah.
I don't think it changed the perspective of my younger fans, the younger ones I have. In the industry, it definitely did. The day I got my show, so many celebrities I look up to followed me, DM'd me. Suddenly I was texting them. So for sure, it legitimized me in the industry. But in terms of fans, no.
That's
The online fandom is way stronger than the late night fandom.
Wow. That's a learning
Because
for me.
online is universal. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
Online is universal. You know?
What age? What like someone is how old where that makes a difference? You think? Or what year? Like whatever it would be.
Probably mostly like Gen Z or even like people right now that are like up to 25, I would say.
Okay.
Because a big part of it is online is worldwide.
Right.
Fans in
it's
India, in
universal.
Trinidad, and Singapore, everyone watches. There's no barriers to access. You know, the late night show was only available in certain places and syndicated in certain places. So a lot of my fans couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense. Have you made it?
Whoo! I said, how much more time do you got in this podcast?
I was like, let me ask her this keeper here.
You're like, just a small little ending question.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally gonna ask you something else. I thought, no, I didn't get to ask you that yet.
My honest answer is, I don't feel like I've made it.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure I'll ever feel like that, and that does scare me. Yeah, you see, I'm keeping you on your toes. Ah, dang it. I think a lot of people in my life, my friends and family, would describe me as someone who's made it.
Yeah, totally.
I fear that I will always wake up wanting more and being like, but I could do one more and I could do this better, and that scares me because I don't think that's healthy.
Right. But is that what keeps you going though too?
It does keep me going. I think that's where I have a very bittersweet relationship with this whole have you made it question, because my answer is no, but I'm scared that it's no. But that no keeps me motivated to keep going. So I hope that if you know, in 10 years when we're doing this podcast in your mansion, I hope that my answer is yes, I've made it.
What would be that thing where you go, okay?
For me, my instinct is that I want to actually put my foot into the game of production when it comes to TV and film, which I'm only a beginner at right now, you know? Sure, in the digital space, I could say I've made my mark, but I want to make movies and I want to make TV shows and I want to act and I want to produce things that are important, and I think there's still work to be done there. So if I have some of those Unicorn Island productions pop off, I think I'll feel like I made it.
Even if it's online though, like if they're YouTube, so this is the distinction between film and online?
No, they have to be beyond YouTube.
They would have to be on YouTube?
They would have to be beyond YouTube.
Beyond, okay, so there is a difference.
Yes, there is.
Because
I grew up with TV and movies. So I still, I'm like, oh, the glitz and glamour of an Angelina Jolie, of a Madhuri Dixit, like I grew up with that, so it's still very important to me.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's becoming less and less of a distinction,
there's still
to me there still is, yeah, for sure.